I've wanted to be a mom since as far back as I can remember, and it was coupled with my wondering if I could handle it. And so it was this probably the most beautiful surprise of my life, and it just shifted everything. And any parent, I think, can attest to how much of a head spinner and heart spinner becoming a parent is, and I was no different than them.
2010 was a big year for Alanis. She married Mario Treadway, a fellow musician better known as Souleye, and the couple welcomed their son, Ever, on Christmas Day that same year. So you had some high-profile relationships.
Yeah.
And then you met your husband.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Souleye.
Yeah, bless him.
So what was different? And how did whatever that was,
Change the thing?
Yeah, what changed?
I just remember meeting him thinking that he had a ceilinglessness to him. Whether it was spiritually or the woo-woo conversation or ancient Egyptians or intellectually or psychologically or artistically, stream of consciously, all of that, I would date people and there would be something about me that would hit a brick wall with whomever I was sitting across from. And with Souleye, when I first met him, I could see that there was this limitlessness to where we could go. And that I was even a little scared, thinking, oh God, I'm going to be going into territories that are outside of my jurisdiction, outside of my comfort zone if I hang out with this person. Like, you remind me of a composite of my whole family, and this will get really interesting and really challenging and really beautiful.
So you got married in 2010, and you were fascinated by that thing that Harville Hendrix describes as those 3 stages of committed relationships. You know, romantic love, and then there's the battle of wills, the power struggle.
Yes, God bless you for knowing that. I love you. Hold me.
And finally, the whole sort of like healing part of it.
Possibility, yeah.
Possibility.
Because I'd had a lot of growth in relationships. Growth, and it's distinct from healing, right?
Yes, very distinct from healing.
So I was just so hungry for healing. Always wanting to offer it to people, but desperate for it for my own.
So how has that process? There's romantic love. Everybody goes through. This is the
infatuation,
thing about, yeah. They're the infatuation, which is really an aphrodisiac.
It's just like it's how we procreate. Because if we weren't all over each other, why would we keep making babies?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So there's the romantic, then there's the battle for struggle for power.
Yes.
Did you all get through that?
We're still in it.
We're still in it.
But we're on to ourselves. You know, and Harville says basically 5 to 7 years on average. We're entering into our 5th year. So we have moments of still being mired in the power struggle, and then we have moments of really being our best selves and actually just stopping our natural knee-jerk reactivity.
Do you feel like you're in the healing space?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, because, you know, the other thing that I learned from one of my spiritual teachers, Gary Zukav, is that what you want is not a marriage, but you want a spiritual partnership.
Yes.
Between equals.
Yes.
For the purpose of spiritual growth.
Yes, and Harville would say that if you're attracted and there's that buzz, that you're intellectually matched, and that might not mean you have the same education, but you're intellectually matched, that your level of willingness to do the work in relationship is matched, and your wounds are matched. So I could definitely tell Souleye and I have complementary traumas going on, and our education is really different, but our brains operate similarly.
I'm telling you, it's when you get that and you're in a relationship, it just changes everything.
Yeah. You actually feel like it's an adventure. You don't feel like you're being re-traumatized. The only problem is that a lot of relationships, and I've been in tons of them, I was up for this whole idea of getting in the canoe, the sweet metaphor that Harville uses.
Yes.
But the other person was like, oh, no, we're fighting too much. This is the end. And I was devastated because I just thought, no, I know what this portends for. I know what's possible.
Yeah.
You know,
the fighting really is an opportunity for a major breakthrough.
Yes. But when the fighting stays in that
fighting,
it just feels like you're re-traumatizing each other.
Yeah.
I get wow, we gotta take a little breather here. But that's usually when people say, I'm gonna jump out, they get infatuated again with someone else, they go through the same thing. But in my case, over and over again, because I was waiting for someone to see the value in sticking it out.
Wow. And you got that.
I did. So
not only that, you got a boy.
Sweet boy.
Sweet boy.
Oh.
So what is the most important lesson you want to teach ever?
that he is this filter for love and consciousness and God to careen through him at varying rates. In his case, I feel like the life stream courses through him very quickly. So, and that what we're doing here is we're doing a dance of self-definition over and over again, and that who he is a miracle.